So one of the questions I get asked the most these days is, Ocean, why are you not making drill beats? Why are you not making trap beats anymore? I'm not gonna lie, I was avoiding this question for a while, but today I'm finally gonna be answering it. And this video is also sponsored by YouTube, actual YouTube. They've made it possible for me to document my journey and opportunities that I would never expected. I'm going to be explaining that throughout the video. So let's take it back 2-3 years ago, 2022 to 2023. I was living the dream, making drill beats every day, making trap beats. I had my studio, I was doing sessions with artists, and I was really in the trenches chasing placements. I'm talking about sleeping in the studio 5 days a week, grinding out beats, waking up in the morning and making songs with rappers. Around this time though, I started going to electronic music events and festivals and raves. And before in the past, I got to be honest, I never really got it. I didn't really enjoy this kind of music. I just wasn't really open-minded to it, I guess you could say. But I went to a few in particular and something shifted. The music really resonated with me and I started to kind of obsess about this kind of music and DJing. And that's what inspired me to first get into DJing. And then I eventually bought a controller. I just started playing around with it, messing around, trying to figure out how to DJ. And then I even took it a step further. I got a tutor and I really learned how to DJ on the big decks. The more I was getting into it, the more I was really enjoying it. And one day something completely random happened. One day I was waiting at the train station and I bumped into a subscriber of mine. He came up to me and he said he recognized me from my YouTube channel. He watches my videos. We got to talking a little bit and he told me he owns a festival. And in that moment, light bulbs kind of went off in my head. And eventually I reached out to him. I shot my shot and I asked for a slot and he gave it to me. Crazy, right? You just never know who's watching. And that's been amazing over the last 7 years that I've been uploading my videos to YouTube. Being able to create a community of music producers and connect with you. If I'm going to be super honest with you, without YouTube, I probably wouldn't have got that opportunity. So that festival was at the end of July 2023. So at the beginning of the month, I took time off from doing sessions. I cancelled everything and I just locked myself in the studio and figured out how to make house music so I could have some songs that I could play in my set. It was the first time that I really made house music, and honestly it gave me that feeling of, you know, when you first start learning how to make beats, you're just purely excited and you just want to experiment and try everything and you just have that fire to just keep on going and going. I've been missing that feeling for a long time, but switching to house music in that moment, man, it brought back that love and joy for music production again. At the end of the month, I rocked up to the festival, I played my set and it was amazing. I had a great time. It was like a completely different rush. I realized very quickly as I was DJing that you need to learn how to read the crowd. But honestly, it didn't deter me. After I finished my DJ set, I went home and I just thought to myself like, man, I really want to do this again. That was actually really fun. And I actually documented that video on YouTube, so you can go ahead and watch that. But then I came back to the studio. I started doing sessions again. I started chasing placements, but I kind of knew in my gut that this is not really the path that I want to do anymore. And it took me about 9 months to a year to really just kind of let go of that, let go of having the identity of being a drill producer and finally lock into making electronic music, dance music. So let's talk about the reasons why I decided to switch, and there's really two main reasons. First of all, I just love making music. YouTube has definitely given me the creative freedom to explore like my musical curiosities by throwing a dart on the map, wherever it lands, flying to that country and having to make a track with locals. That ended up being Colombia. I flew out there. I made reggaeton music with artists. I even made some drill songs with some Latin artists, to working with the most randomest instrumentalists. Being on YouTube has pushed me creatively and I've been able to document that whole process and share it with you here. And I just love dance music. I feel like personally for myself, I'm able to really express myself, really express my vision here. I don't rap or sing, and I don't also necessarily need to bring an artist in to complete my song, which kind of ties into my next reason, and that is I'm a lot more self-sufficient now. Being a producer for artists, a lot of times things need to click into place. That is completely out of my control, from management to label sign-offs, which is actually one of the reasons why YouTube has been crucial in my career. It's allowed me to just do me. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't necessarily feel like the path of an electronic artist is any easier. You got to get your music in the hands of the right DJs to get support, maybe even sign to certain labels to get gigs. It's a whole set of other obstacles. But with my own projects now, I have the freedom with YouTube to do what I love when I want. I can make a track, mix and master it, and just put it out myself. That's if I'm not dropping with a label, of course. Plus, it opens me up to DJing, which is another avenue where I can share my love of music with other people. And I get it. electronic music isn't really that similar to hip hop music in some ways. But like Skepta says, if you love music, then you love house music too. You just don't know it yet. But the truth is, I'm never actually going to stop making beats. It's just that hip hop isn't really going to be my main focus, nor is chasing placements. Instead, I'm just going to be focusing on my own music, focusing on my own projects. And if the opportunity is there and it's right, then of course I'll do it. Just like recently, I got a placement on the Pen Game, which is a rap battle in the UK. Or with one of my Afro beats, it got placed with a Colombian artist. And that's because, just like I said before, I'm a lover of music first and foremost, and I love to create everything. And I get to continue doing my passion for a living because of YouTube. I'm very inspired by producers like Mike Dean, who can go from working on trap music with Travis Scott to techno music with Sarah Laundrie, or Mark Ronson, who can make pop records with Bruno Mars, or make hip-hop music for the clubs, or even Quincy Jones, who can make pop music with Michael Jackson one day and the next day be writing scores for movies. I love being able to be versatile and not so boxed in, and I'm going to continue to document my entire journey here on YouTube. YouTube is celebrating its 20th birthday. Crazy. It's a platform that stood the test of time. It's provided me with so many opportunities in my music career so far by being able to build a community to working with artists. And yeah, I'm just gonna continue to share my journey and hopefully inspire you guys to follow your gut and make the music that you want to make.